There it is. Hey, Fish, we are live for the Daily Fish Sunday wake up call. Oh my God, there's no football today except for the Pro Bowl, but man, there's a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, we got a toast, buddy. Here's to you. I've got the Bloody Mary. I did a little Mexican Bloody Mary. It's got a little dark rum in it, so pretty good. And it's
Ooh.
got the Bloody Point Bloody Mary mix, as always. What are you drinking?
Well, I got the Schatz Mimosa. I've got a Barefoot Bubbly Split and some orange juice. What I do is I put a little splash, or they do, is they put a little splash of peach schnapps in it. So it's got a little. Uh, you said Mexican Bloody Mary, but you got rum. Wouldn't that be a Caribbean Bloody Mary?
It'd be pretty close. I just put dark rum in there, but yeah, it could. Or actually, you're right. It's probably be more of a Caribbean, and the Mexican would have a little tequila in it. So
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah. But I know we had tequila last night, so I was like, I'll put some rum in there today. Still feeling the Mexican. So a lot
Yeah.
going on today, and man, a lot of controversy, a lot of stuff going on. I mean, the fact there's really no meaningful football games, nothing against the Pro Bowl and nothing against Vegas and stuff like that. There's so much happening, and it's like it's overwhelming. And to me, it's kind of like why we have a need for our show is because we need to talk about these things, and there's so many nuances of so many different things going on. So hit us with what's going on today, buddy.
Well, we're gonna do I like to explore this, dude. I'm gonna ask you this on air. I could have asked you this in rehearsal. But I'd like to do a segment when we start this thing out is called Fish's Rendezvous with Stupidity. Because when you come on with me, you and your beauty sleep, you're a gorgeous man. I'm coming right off of an 8-hour shift on Graveyard. And a guy walks in last night. He's a disheveled looking version of Bradley Cooper. So he's a good looking guy. But you ever see one of these guys that has a beard, but there's splotches of white in it? You wonder
Yeah.
how he missed this. And that's what this guy looks like. And he
Oh my
sits
God.
down and he orders a Stella, which is a bottle of beer
Yep.
and a shot of Jack Daniels. He puts his hand out and he goes, "My name is Ron." I go, "I fist pump. My name is Fish." And he goes, "Is there any truth that all the bars in town are going to close if Russia invades Ukraine?" And I said, "Absolutely. The minute it happens, you better go liquor store. Everything's going to close." And I walk away. And the guy's like, I mean, that's the kind of shit you hear. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. So we do
Wow.
the daily, we do this Sunday thing. So one, I can get a little, I can get some normalcy in my life, seeing you, worried about sports, figuring out that your Friars, right, take on Georgetown, and the reason why we're doing this now at 9 o'clock on FS1.
Yeah.
Okay, Maryland and Ohio State 10 o'clock on CBS, and I think Houston and Cincinnati go at 3 o'clock on ESPN.
Yeah. Three good
Let's hit
games.
the NBA. With one NBA game that's on national, it's the Hawks, Atlanta Hawks, and the Dallas Mavericks. It's on ESPN when the ESPN's at 3 o'clock. ESPN2 for Houston, Cincinnati. Then the Pro Bowl. And we're going to talk on the grind. And I want to ask you this now about what Fish and John Daly think about All-Star games.
Yeah.
Because the Pro Bowl is the biggest joke of all of them. It's a flag football game. I want you to look at this game today, John, also, and watch the past few games when the ball's caught. Let's say Mahomes throws it to Travis Kelce, they just stop playing. I don't buy it. You shouldn't charge for that. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I just, and to me, I'm not going to watch the Pro Bowl. To me, it's just it's not a meaningful game. Now, I watched the Senior Bowl, and I watched those kids who were auditioning for the NFL draft. That was compelling football, and I would tell anybody if there's any more of those football games, watch those games. Don't watch the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is just it's dressing, or as Hardison called it last week, he called it flag football. And I think he's absolutely right. So I don't waste my time. To be honest, I don't waste my time on any All-Star games.
Okay,
I saw the NBA All-Star game. I thought it was horrible. It's awful. It's just guys running up and down the court. It's not real basketball. I don't watch All-Star baseball games anymore. It's all about the home run derby.
Yeah, I want to explore this. I want to explore this more in the grind with you. This is part of our daily grind because what you said, for people who can't see this right now, exactly what you said, I am in total agreement. Yeah. And you know this. Well, I'll wait till the grind to give you my foot on. We're going, John. Before I get to what you said about the Senior Bowl, tell us about our new time and who our guest is on Wednesday.
Hey, we got a good one. So we're going to be on. This isn't going to be all the time, but this Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, we have Ricky Williams on there. Football great Ricky Williams. He's an entrepreneur. He's a Texas Longhorn, as Fish is. and we're going to talk a lot to him. He's just a fascinating guy, and we're just so excited he wants to be on Daily Fish. So we're really looking forward to that. So that's going to be this coming Wednesday, not Tuesday. This coming Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific. That was the only time Ricky could do it. So we said, okay, sure, we'll accommodate you. So you'll have a little break from us on Tuesday, but Wednesday we're gonna have a good one, and then we're looking ahead to some other weeks. We got some people on the docket that we can't tell you yet, but we're working on a couple of different things, and then March 1st, we're having a little change of the format. We're going to bring in Heidi's Hollywood with Heidi Holliker, and we're going to be giving you inside stuff, what's going on, film, television, what's going on in the gossip in Hollywood, and in other places, also in the TV and film industry. So we got some good stuff coming up, and what's so cool is that there's so much sports and entertainment news. And what we try to do, Fish, is we try to get you information that nobody else is getting you, and we'll try to get you perspectives. And again, we're not here to give you our opinions. We're just here to give you a whole wide range of them. That's why our audience is growing, because we're giving them stuff that they're not getting anywhere else.
Oh yeah, and that's it. And then we try and put into our daily grind different sports, like maybe talk about tennis, talk about women possibly going to camps or going to the UFC. But I want to sports on. I was going to text you yesterday and I didn't. So I'm watching the Senior Bowl like you did. And did you notice that Kenny Pickett and Malik Melissa, two guys that wouldn't play in bowl games, played in the Senior Bowl, and that pissed the shit out of me. I was really upset about that. Did you notice that, John?
Yeah. No, I thought of it, and I thought of our, we did something fishy on it. Two weeks ago. So
exactly.
Yeah. On the other hand, if I'm in their family, I may go along with it. Do I agree with it for what's happening to football? No, I don't. And I think for the fans, I think it hurts the fans. But at the same time, too, again, we always talk about this. It's the individual versus the common good. And how does it weigh out? And yeah, those two players were doing it. And who knows? Those two players, might be supporting a big family. And this is how they're going to pay it back. So, it's hard to condemn them. But at the same time, too, for the fans and for the integrity of the game, something needs to be done. There needs to be something that we'll talk about, and you and I will talk about that.
Let me ask you this: we have about 5 minutes left. Let me ask you this. Let's get a discussion on this real quick. So there was 2 or 3 injuries during Senior Bowl week practices and the game that were serious. So do you think we should say something and start on Daily Fish that if you choose to sit out of your bowl game to the school that gave you a scholarship and you've been there and you're supposed to support and the fans love you, should there be a rule, John, maybe that if you sit out your bowl game, you have to sit out the All-Star games? What do you think?
To me, that
yes.
Yeah.
I think yes.
Yeah. I would say yes. I think that's a good start. I'd like to see what the actual rule would be, because a lot of these players now, they can make money off going to college. So I think there's got to be a give and take there. It can't just be everything for the players, even though I'm in favor of the players being entrepreneurs and not being controlled by their organization like they were before. So,
right. Well, yeah. On Wednesday's show, we're also going to explore how pissed off Daly and Fish are, and the fact that the Major League Baseball is in big time danger of the exhibition season being delayed. And right now, they won't get a meet. We're going to talk about this more on Tuesday. And then we'll explore more into this crazy story about with Brian Flores. This is going to be something we're going to be talking about week to week. But now on this Sunday wake-up call, before you and I do remotes, we do a segment that's called the Alumni of Daily Fish. You go first.
Okay, so Scott Henry, who we had on last week, he joined us. And so what he kind of gave me a quick text saying that they are gearing up for a new comedy network. He kind of hinted at this on the show, and it's called the Big Comedy Network. And you can check it out on social media at I Love Big Comedy. So if you go to at I Love Big Comedy on a number of social media platforms, you'll find it. You'll see what he's doing. He's also opening up a live venue, but I'm not allowed to say where it is. It's in the South, though, but I'm not allowed to say where it is. So you can do that. The other thing I got too, I'll give you one other. John O'Hurley who of Seinfeld fame, who we've had on the show. We've had his wife on the show. We're going to bring him back again because he went to Providence College with me, and John's a really good basketball fan. His wife Lisa is a Baylor grad, so she's a big Baylor basketball fan, and we want to talk about because Baylor tanked again yesterday. I mean, Kansas just blew them out. So we're going to talk about what's going on, especially as we get up closer to March Madness. But O'Hurley kind of hinted at me that he's prepping a Seinfeld podcast. So that could be in the works. That could be in the works. So yeah, and he'd be great as far as that goes.
One of our rivals that basically we're in competition with is Talking Sopranos, and Michael Imperioli and Steven Sharippa have a podcast that's tremendously popular, just talking about episodes and having people that have starred on the 10 years of Sopranos. Great move by Seinfeld. I have one alumni, Camille Childress, who is a mentor to many strippers at Stripper Rhino and other places. She's still teaching them how to work the back room, and she's going to have some more celebrity gossip. She might want to come on the show. We might. I was going to ask you this. I want to ask you this now in front of our live audience and the 65,000 people that are watching this. She wants to come on and talk with Heidi's Hollywood about some of the celebrities that have visited the back room. I think it's a great idea. What about you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And John, they'd be great. If your name comes up, take the fifth, brother. Take the fifth.
I will. I've got a fifth in here.
I have information, guys. John Daly was never on Epstein Island. Never. I don't care what Prince Andrew says or Snoop Doggy Dogg. Terry, we love you. His wife, she's a Hall of Famer. I don't care what Dershowitz says or A-Rod or anyone was there. John Daly, this John Daly was never on Epstein Island. Okay.
I can guarantee that. I can guarantee
any predictions,
that.
John? Any predictions? I know you're a homer, and I would be too. But you watched a tremendous upset yesterday. Arizona State took 3 overtimes and knocked out UCLA. Yeah. SC was up by 5 on Arizona. I watched, blew it. So both California teams lost. Yeah. Is there anything to stop this run on the Friars? Do you see any weaknesses on Cooley's team?
I think every now and then, like for instance, they got beat by Marquette badly by about 30, 35 points earlier in the season. They came back and then beat Marquette at home in a great game. To me, I'm looking because really my preseason choice was Baylor. And, Baylor has come up. They have one key injury, but still, I mean, they're getting blown out. I mean, they got blown out by Kansas is a good team, no doubt about that. But they got blown out. So what I'm seeing is it's kind of like in the NFL. I can't pick who the national champion is going to be. I can't even figure that out. The Friars, I'm worried about today, and this is being a typical Friar fan. So they're 19-2. They're 9-1 in the conference, and they're playing Georgetown, who's 0-9 in the conference. And Georgetown's not that bad of a team. And I think there could be a letdown because they have to play DePaul and then next week Villanova. So they might be looking ahead there. So I think they're going to be some great games. The other great thing is that when they play Villanova next week, they got to play them again the final week of the season. So, and that goes right into the Big East tournament. So I'm confident that the Friars look pretty good. I like it that the fact that they have the 5 graduating seniors who, and some of them came into the portal, and they make the team more experienced. So when you watch them, you kind of go, "This is a good team here." At the same time, too, the Big East is a street brawl every single game. So I'll be watching it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost today.
Well, let's hope it doesn't happen. John, I know you have do you have any sisters?
I have one sister, yes.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. So I have a girl right here, Kathy Miller Danash, and I'm thinking to myself, I know this name. So my sister is 3 years younger than me, and Kathy Miller grew up around the block from us, and she's drop dead gorgeous. And I looked at her on face. She's still great looking. I want to get her on the show because she's a great kid. All right. Cool. And she's been a flight attendant forever. And I'd love her to come on and talk about some of the stories. And she's watching us right now. Oh, and then Casey Evans says, "Tell John Georgetown hasn't been shit since John Thompson."
Well, the feelings trying, but and they haven't. But they've got some really good talent there. They do have some good talent, and they the last time the Friars played them, they didn't blow them out. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, speaking about blowing them out, if we can get Camille Childress on with Heidi on one of her first shows, wow, talk about an over and unders. This is great. All right, John, take us out, babe.
All right, buddy. Another good one. And again, folks, you are watching Daily Fish. We're coming to you live here. We are on Facebook at daily.fish.5. So watch us there. Also, watch all of our posts. We try to get you as much news as we can on the sports and entertainment world. So go check that site out. We're also on DBNA television. We are on YouTube as well. So check us out. Now, remember, Wednesday, not Tuesday this week, Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Hook 'em Horns, Ricky Williams will be on with us. So you're going to do that. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to give our Super Bowl picks too this week. We'll have the hard line on there, so we're going to talk more about betting. That's what's going on there. And again, just stay tuned to us. Go to our Facebook pages and check out stuff. We'll give you updates. We follow a lot of news in sports, so we got updates for you, and we're your source for great sports news. That's for sure.
And if the guy that came in the bar that thought when I told him that the bars are all going to close if Russia invades Ukraine, I don't know if that's going to happen. I doubt it. But let me tell you what will happen. Even if there's a nuclear war and everything ends, we're still going live on Wednesday.
Absolutely. It's Ricky Williams. Come on.
It's Ricky Williams, baby. Hey, in honor of him and John, I'm going to have one of these. You have a great Sunday. I'm rooting for your Friars. I have no dog in the race.
Thanks, buddy. As I root for your Longhorns.
Thanks, man. Love you. Have a great Sunday. You playing golf today?
Not playing. It's horrible here. It's like, in the 30s. So I'm actually going to be watching some sports, but then I'm going to actually go watch the movie Belfast with my wife and my mother-in-law because we've been dying to see it. So we figured, hey, you got some time away from football games and I can record other stuff. So I'll report you on that. That's the Kenneth Branagh film.
Well, you know what? From my brother-in-law Dave, I've heard nothing but fabulous things. Maybe on your binge watching, we do blockbusters. Maybe that'll be, and we'll find out Wednesday because I heard great things about that.
Yeah, it could be that. I'm thinking maybe Dairy Girls is coming back. Have people go back to that. The other one is Sweet Magnolias is back on now, and it's kind of a love romantic thing in the South that's drama laden and all that. But it's I don't know. I'm confused as what I'm going to do for binge watching.
Let me tell you what's coming back, and we could go a little long. We can go 20 minutes just because we have over 120 people watching us live on Facebook right now. So I want to keep this going. It's rising up. There's a show, and I told you about binge watching this. We're going to show number 42. I want to say around episode number 10 or 11. I know maybe you've not heard of this, but it's coming back in 2 months. The Boys on Amazon, and people watch this. It is so terrific, and I'm excited. The Incredible Mrs. Maisel comes back later this month. And I'll tell you what, if you're a fan of the show, and I am, this is the final season of the #1 show on cable history, and it's called The Walking Dead. So we got a lot of stuff. We'll ask Heidi about that. She knows some of the cast members, and it's huge. Well, they're going to break it up. They're going to do 7 and 7 like they're doing with Ozark, but that's going to be huge. So cool. All right, brother. Let's tell you, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to go get ready and walk my dog and watch the Friars.
All right. Go for it, buddy. Talk to you later.
Love you.